Imagine living your life without a toilet. No toilet in your home or at your workplace. No toilets anywhere. Imagine the mess. Imagine the disease. Imagine, for just one moment, the indignity and the shame of life without a toilet. It's really hard to imagine a life without something so many of us take for granted. But this has been the daily reality for many slum dwellers in Bwaise settlement of Kampala City in Uganda. Access to water is life, and good sanitation is dignity. For long, it has been a dream of all slum dwellers in Bwaise to live a dignified life, free from the shame of defecating in dangerous pit latrines, using buckets, plastic bags, or defecating in the open. Translating this dream into reality, however, meant that Bwaise slum dwellers had to get organized, negotiate with their local government authorities, and leverage their small savings and organizational capacity to generate the resources required to begin slum upgrading. Kalimali being a low-lying area where the water table is very high, traditional pit latrines could not work. Many pit latrines in the area are now completely dilapidated, and the Kampala Capital City Authority has made flush toilets mandatory. Slum dwellers, therefore, made plans to construct a modern flushing toilet block, and taking advice from Federation members in other parts of Uganda, also planned to construct a community hall on the top where they can hold meetings as well as generate income when the hall is hired. Having a public space on the top of the toilet also promotes proper maintenance so the unit does not produce odor. As part of the SDI network, Act Together and the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda are experimenting with innovative means to finance slum upgrading.
Before the project starts, Community Savings Group, together with the National Slum Dwellers Group, sit and cost the project. They find out how much will this project cost us and what are we able to contribute. Because in the Federation, all projects are supposed to have a 20% contribution from the community.
From their daily savings, slum dwellers in Bwaise had made some savings in the National Urban Poor Fund, SUVI. But the savings were not enough to accomplish such a huge investment. The slum dwellers' savings, however, were used to secure the loan from SUVI. This loan is to be paid using incomes generated from facility user fees and renting the community hall. The money returns to the SUVI revolving fund in order to support additional sanitation projects in the Federation. These funds are then leveraged to attract resources from government, donors, and the private sector. The Kalimali Sanitation Unit was the first project in Uganda to benefit from corporate contribution to the fund. Thanks to the work of Bwaise Sustainable, the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda began a partnership with BBH, a British advertising agency, which invested $25,000 in the project. Slum Dwellers International, in a bid to promote citywide upgrading, under the 7 Cities project, also contributed to the National Urban Poor Fund. A key element of the federation process is that communities manage projects from conceptualization to execution. Act Together and the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda facilitated the establishment of community-based project management structures, and members were trained in their roles and responsibilities.
Ogenda okukola ku kuzimba, ogenda okukola projekti yaffe.
Ne balonda ne PMC kitegeeza Project Management Committee.
The committees put in place include the Finance Committee, the Procurement Committee, the Building Committee, and the Project Management Committee, each comprising of 5 members.
The community has divided and shared the responsibility of constructing this toilet and also managing the sanitation.
Each committee has its own clear terms of reference, and committee members are empowered to fulfill their committee mandate.
The procurement committee basically outsources for materials that are needed for construction of the sanitation unit.
This promotes maximum community ownership of the project and builds the capacities required to undertake additional larger slum upgrading projects. These committees have been instrumental in monitoring project progress, purchase of building materials, and quality assurance. Of course, the project was not without its challenges. Security in slums is often a challenge, and Kalimali is no exception. Some project construction materials were stolen, forcing the community and area local leaders to intervene.
Even during construction, the materials, just getting a space where you're going to fill the materials, we had to pay. You have also to hire people to remove materials from roadside to the site, and it was so expensive that actually it increased something like 30%, which was not estimated initially.
In addition, the location does not have clear access roads, which made the transportation of building materials to the site costly.
Muslimu semuli makubo kuge mazima kakati ate tusobola kufayo ku kubo wabula tusobola kufayo project wawe ino kulaga.
During rainy seasons, the area could flood and construction has to stop, only to resume when the dry season sets in. These challenges, however, did not kill the community spirit to change their sanitation situation. Both men and women actively continued to work together to accomplish the project in the shortest time possible. As construction continues, it catalyzed the development of further strategic partnerships.
We've also partnered with other people like the solar energy, who have also helped us to insert solar. We've also worked with National Water to give us water at this sanitation when we did not take a long process.
To reduce on-water bills, a rainwater harvesting tank was also installed to harvest water for the use in the toilets during the rainy seasons. Barefoot Power Uganda Limited was also approached to provide a solar system to light up the sanitation unit, since it's not connected to the main electricity grid.
Well, first of all, it will light up the project, the sanitation facility, so that also the slum dwellers can use the facilities at night.
The Kalimali residents are making final touches before the commissioning of the project. The slum dwellers in Bwaise cannot hide their joy, having a new toilet block in their community. It's a dream come true, and they hope the first step towards upgrading their school. The new water and sanitation block, which has changed the skyline of Kalimali community, has 1 urinal, 3 ladies' toilets, 3 men's toilets, 4 showers, 1 toilet that's accessible by the disabled, 3 water points, a water harvesting tank, a store, and a community hall. A post-construction project management committee has been put in place, and community members have agreed on their contribution to meet the day-to-day operation and maintenance of the facility. Working on this project has been a learning journey for many of the parties involved. The Municipal Council, for example, has learned that slum dwellers in Bwaise are capable of generating quality upgrading projects. At the project launch, the mayor stated that he had seen the plans for the sanitation unit at the Federation's 10-year anniversary, but never thought it would become a reality. The Federation and Act Together have also seen the potential of partnering with commercial businesses like BBH, not only in terms of securing financial resources, but also the possibility of utilizing their intellectual resources to help them deliver or develop the services that are required in the community. The slum dwellers have learned that through coming together, gathering information on their settlements, negotiating with local government and donors, they can drive an upgrading agenda for themselves.
Communities have a vision of upgrading,
and when supported, they can even achieve much more.
The community here was involved in designing and even coming up with the cost.
We thank our comrades, the BBH, for working with us closely. So now the next step after this one is now to engage the community on how best they can now have better housing.
The success in Bwaise is a good example that organized slum dwellers communities can maintain public services, and that the Federation can help government better target resources.